Hello. In this fast-pacing world, everybody is in anxiety or in a restlessness. We have situations that we are not able to comprehend, accept, or deal with. So, this anxiety leads to many other diseases such as hypertension and various other problems. We need to know how to overcome these situations, and we need to know how we comprehend this situation, so it will help in our overall health and our performance in various doing various tasks. Anxiety is rated as one of the diseases by WHO, so it has a serious concern. We will discuss about how to deal with a situation in which we are not able to cope up. So in an anxious situation, in one very tough situation, how will we deal with it? First thing is to take a moment pause, or to take some moments of rest and deal and analyze what is going to happen. If some bad situation is going to happen, we have to take rest, calm down ourselves, and think what is going to happen, instead of getting high adrenaline pumped up and running away from the situation. We would have had similar experiences that happened in our life earlier times. Like when you were appearing for a plus 2 exam, you would have dealt a 10th exam or a SSLC exam. So you would have had a similar experience, and you have a memory of how you dealt with that. You have to relate it to older memory and connect it and rewire your way of thinking in such a way that you can accept this. And in that moment of rest, you have to think about these situations that will help you to cool down the situation. And the second thing is, you have to accept the reality that such a thing is going to happen. Don't ever think about a wishful situation, that before writing an exam, don't have a thought like, okay, this is going to be easy, this is going to be like, don't think like that. Accept the situation. You have an exam coming up, or you have such a situation coming up, you have to face it. And that's a reality, that is a fact, and that is not in a in a dreamland. Okay, so first you have to accept the problem, and you have to accept yourself too. Okay, I am the person who has to write the exam, and I have to prepare and cope up with the situation, and I have to accept that. When you establish the proper connection with the problem and yourself, you can establish a proper bridge between the problem and the solution. So, and if you had a earlier situation where you have done a mistake, and that was not the right way to deal with a situation, if you had a situation like that, you have to accept that failures. First thing, we have to accept failures, and we have to accept that, okay, I was an idiot in dealing with the older situation, I would have done such and such things in a situation like that. So you have to accept the problems, you have to learn from that, and so that in your future problems, that can be helpful in that. So in a way that you need to accept if you had done any mistakes, and if you have to make any correction that has to be done. Nobody in this world is perfect. Perfection is an imagination. It is it is based on a criteria. For me, I will be perfect. For you, you will be perfect. Likewise, nobody is perfect. It is tangible. Perfectionism is a tangible thing, so nobody can be perfect. So being anxious about a problem and how perfect I can be to deal with that problem, uh, don't stress on that. Like, your perfection is up to the way scale depends upon that. Okay. And the third ways to deal with it is, be silly. Be silly. It will feel like a little bit dramatic. Okay, something is going to happen, okay, let it happen. Let it happen, and I will deal with that. And be silly, be calm, and so that you will be able to understand, comprehend the problem, and find a proper solution for that. And most of us will anticipate, if I don't do this tomorrow, such a problem will happen, it will be a chain of reaction that is going to happen. And it will be a chain of reaction that might happen in our mind, not in the actual thing. So most of the problem, 80% of the problem, is actually in your thinking. That will not be the reality. So if you think like, okay, if a exam happens, or if some situation happens, and if I didn't perform well in that, and it will lead to some other problem, I will not get a seat for my future studies, something like that. 80% of is not reality. You are creating a situation and you are thinking over it and you are creating more anxiety. So don't think too much about the future and think about the situation at the moment. The moment you need to sit and study, that's it. And whatever it is going to come up, you will be automatically get prepared for that. So don't anticipate the future and get more anxious about this. And finding happiness is important. Finding happiness, you will think like, okay, after I complete this exam or after I complete my plus 2 exam, I will be happy, I will get some good seats, and I will be getting some medical seats or engineering seats, whatever. So you think about the happiness that is going to happen tomorrow. Actually you are not happy today. When what will happen when you have a after your plus 2 or something like, and you will have some other exam, you will be again in trouble, and you are not able to deal with that situation, and it will be a chain of reaction like that. And happiness you are thinking about is that's going to happen tomorrow. Your happiness lies tomorrow, like that. So don't think about like that, and accept today is the happiness. This moment is happiness. This moment that you are living is happiness. So find, you cannot find happiness tomorrow. That is never going to happen. If you are happy at the moment, that's going to help you in resolving the anxiety and help you better performing in the life that is coming up. So the ways in we do the ways we deal with the anxiety is first taking up a rest and thinking about the situation, and accept if you are an idiot, accept that, and accept the problem, accept yourself, and try to bridge a connection between yourself and the problem, and be silly enough, and be anticipating the future should be avoided. It is like you should not think about future too much and get anxious. And finding happiness, like you have to find happiness today. If you are becoming anxious today, you will lose the happiness today also, and you will lose the happiness tomorrow also. And this will lead to various, if you don't correct these problems, this will lead to various problems like stress buildup will be the stress will create so much of hormones in our body system, and our system will perform like that. It will affect the whole life standard of us, and our life will be greatly affected by that. Like after some 5 years or 10 years of stress, you will have hypertension, you will have stress, you might end up in a stroke, and various other problems are there. So all these can be corrected just the way you think about the life, just the way you think about the anxiety, the way you act, you deal with the anxiety has a lot to do in your daily life. So be happy, try to be happy, live in the moment. Every problem will have another problem after that, so you need to deal with the problem, and you need to find solution for each and every problem that will come up, and deal with it in a happy way, calm, peaceful way, and don't run away from the problems. It will follow you. Thank you. If it made a help for you, I am happy for that. Thank you.